I have a secret to tell about leasing with Acura. It's pretty cool. Check it out. So if you lease an Acura or you have been leasing an Acura or thinking about it, this video is for you. So first off, if you lease a car with Acura, at the end of the lease, if you have unused mileage, so you stayed under your mileage limit, maybe you got more than you needed or your situation changed, you just didn't use them all, they have a program that will allow you to roll the miles over from the current car onto your next vehicle. That's not the secret, but it kind of leads into it. So that's a cool program, right? It's there to like encourage loyalty, right? They're like, hey, we're not going to give you a refund. So if you go somewhere else, you're going to lose out on that value you paid for. Why not stay with us, get a new car, and then roll those miles over, which would allow you, like if you had enough mileage to roll, to actually contract or pay for a lower mileage than what you actually need, and then have those extra miles rolled over to get you to the actual mileage limit you want. So like if you needed 12,000 a year, maybe you only actually have to pay for 10,000 a year because you have the extra to roll over. So that's really cool, guys. That's a cool program, but that's not the secret. Here's where the secret comes in. So I used to work at Acura Financial Services, so I'd see this all the time. They will also let you trade that same vehicle back to the Acura dealership and use the positive equity as a trade credit to pay down the new car. And if you think about it, that is like double dipping, right? Because when you don't use all your mileage on the car, the value that you hold in the vehicle that you then get to use as trade is the unused mileage. So not only do they let you roll over your unused miles onto the new car, pay for less mileage on the new lease, they'll also let you take that same value and apply it as a trade credit to lower the price of the new car. So really you're getting rolled over miles and a capitalized cost reduction all from the same value. So it's like double dipping. I used to do this all the time. It's called a payoff exception. One thing you need to know though, especially if you have an Acura now, is the rollover miles. The program is called ALA is what they call it, Acura Loyalty Advantage. It oftentimes gets messed up by the dealership. There's a form they're supposed to print out with the contract, send it in, and oftentimes they don't do it. So all the time when I was working there, people would call in and like at the end of their lease, like they got a month left, and they're like, were my miles rolled over from 3 years ago? I'm like, nope, they weren't. Let me do it now. So they can do it at any time. It's real simple. But if you have an Acura and you think you're owed miles, call them, make sure it got done. Another thing is when you do the double dipping and you get able to trade in your current car and roll over the miles, it causes a block in the system where it doesn't automatically do the rollover. So you have to call them and they have to do a special case it's called a payoff exception to roll over the miles because the account was paid off, but they'll do it. They have a case in their case logbook. All the reps know what to do. They fill it out, submit it, the miles are rolled over, guys. So that's really cool. Something about leasing with Acura. Not only can you roll over unused miles to your next lease, you can also trade that same vehicle in, use the same value as a trade credit, and double dip it essentially. All right, guys, if you found that vehicle, if you found this video helpful, please come back for more. My name's Adam, the Lease Guy. Like, subscribe. I'm here to help.